What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G Miles World Podcast. And oh my goodness, what a Monday Night Football game it was. Buccaneers and the Saints. It was going on for, it seemed forever. And it just made the Saints look like they had this game in the bag. Before we talk about Tom Brady really being the GOAT, and I know, when I say that, a lot of people, when they say it, they don't really understand what's going on. But I'm going to go ahead and explain, why people consider Tom Brady the GOAT if you haven't really known any reasoning behind, other than 7 Super Bowl rings and things like that, what he's been a part of. It's things that he's able to do. Obviously, the defense has to get him back the ball. It's not all Tom Brady. And a lot of people misconstrue that fact. He plays offense, for those of you guys that don't know. So he can't, obviously be on the other side of the ball to get the ball back. But when he does get the ball in certain critical situations, you kind of bet everything on it that he's going to be able to go ahead and come away with the victory in most cases, which is what, why people consider him one of the most clutchest players of all time. Now, he does have Super Bowl losses, obviously, and he does have 2 to Eli Manning, which people are trying to figure out. Is he good? Is he not? Does he suck? That's a whole nother situation with Hall of Fame and Eli Manning. But last night, that one game in its entirety, Tom Brady's been under a lot of different pressures. And what people don't realize is when your family and the destination of where your family's going to be, if they're not going to be with you, is under public review and public scrutiny, no matter how strong you are, it's going to affect you. So that whole situation earlier in the season has obviously affected Tom Brady, and we got to see that there is something that can actually affect a guy like that. And, typically it's going to be your family. You're losing, you're not really losing it because you're going to have access, but, not being able to come home to your family definitely will have effects. On you, depending on how you were raised and, how you came up. You can see Tom Brady came from a family like that, mom, dad, stuff like that involved heavily. So I'm pretty sure that weighed on him. Some of you guys are going to say the decision for him to come back, like myself. When we look at Tampa Bay being 6-6, we look at it and we say, was it worth it for this man to come back, bro? You should have stayed with your family. You lost your family to be with this bum team. That's a lot. And I actually say that as well. I don't think the team is as good as we thought it would be. And I don't believe that he's going to go as far as he thought he may have been able to go, all right, with Todd Bowles, because it's, like I said, it's different. I'm not saying, Bruce Arians was better. I'm just saying, look, it feels like a different team, okay? With all of that being said, all of these things surrounding Tom Brady, right? We knew, and I'm going to say this right now, I tweeted out at G Miles World. You guys can go ahead and verify this tweet at G Miles World, right? I said, Tom Brady better not lose to the Saints. I don't care. I tweeted that. And in the next quarter, the dude went crazy. He went Super Saiyan, and all of a sudden, we just knew. When he drove down the field really quickly and went ahead and scored that touchdown, we already knew it was going to happen. It was an outrageous situation, and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, it's no way the Saints let the Bucs come back, right, and win 17-16 by 1 in Tom Brady fashion, right? There's no way that this happens. And just so you know, it happened. Now, a lot of it has to do with the fact that, they covered 91 yards in 10 plays, 63 yards in 11 plays, doing it all in less than 5 minutes of game time, right? So this is really, really crazy because he recently did this week 9 in a frantic comeback in a 16-13 win over the Rams. It's not like he can't do it regularly. It's just that he has to do it more often, and he doesn't have it in him. It's sort of like LeBron James. Bro, dude, as you get older, you can't carry everything. Right? So that means that every time that Tom Brady has the ball, it's not guaranteed anymore that he's going to score. And that's where I think people have the major issue, right? Where it's like, this guy needs help, stuff like that. Obviously, the older you get, the less you can do. This dude, Tom Brady, right? I got to be totally honest with you. I need you guys to go and look at the receivers that he's had in the past, right? Even with that Super Bowl that he had, with the dude that won MVP over him. I forgot the dude's name, but I know some of you guys can write it in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube. But the dude, he just threw it to him, the whole game, in the fourth quarter for the comeback, and he got MVP. And then the dude left the Patriots, and we never seen him again. There's several players that are like that. That's only good with Tom Brady. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you guys this right away, right? Many people don't really understand what's going on within the locker room of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And myself, it doesn't really matter, okay? This situation is going to be very, very delicate, okay? Because Dennis Allen may have to be fired over this comeback win. And I think that it's not going to be overall fair to him. Like, if you're a Saints fan, you're probably saying to yourself, he sucks. And look, remember, Drew Brees is gone, right? You know, Dennis Allen is there. And it's just like, okay, we don't know what we're doing. And these guys are going out there. And, you know, we have the thing going on with Jameis Winston. We have no idea. And pretty much what's happening is this. We are going to figure out in a few situations, right, what the outcome of what the Saints are going to be going forward. Because I don't believe that after that loss, Dennis Allen's going to come back. And this is what I'm talking about. Tom Brady has really just destroyed not only the fan base overall, right? It's pretty much everything that we have to go. It's pretty much that we have to go ahead and figure out what's going on with, you know, overall the situation with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because I don't really feel, look, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. They're absolutely not going to win the Super Bowl this year. All right. So everybody needs to understand that. And going forward, you know, regardless of what he does, he's still going to take his, you know, he's going to take his, what is that? I forgot how they say it. He's going to take his piece of flesh or his pound of flesh. And Dennis Allen is one of that pieces of pound of flesh. Like, that's ultimately what it is, right? So no matter what we have going on, we have to realize that whatever Tom Brady is able to do for the remainder of the season, you guys got to be very, very careful with it. Because at the end of the day, bro, the dude is not just going to lay down and lose. And that's why he's the GOAT. Because no matter what, you know, no matter what's going on with his team, no matter what's happening overall with everything, it's going to be a situation where he's going to give everything. And if for whatever reason the team picks up and follows him, which is what has happened in the past, it's going to get really, really bad. It's going to get really, really bad, bro. And things like this are going to happen. Last second losses. Like, look, just let me give you guys some insight, right? Let's say for whatever reason, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team plays the Cowboys or they play the Eagles. Who are you going to pick? Be honest. Go ahead, write it in the comments. Who are you going to pick? You're going to pick Tom Brady in the playoffs versus the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, even though Jalen Hurts is having an unbelievable season? Are you going to pick that? Okay, what is the, you know, what's your mind thinking about it? And the reason that you're double, you know, you're triple guessing and you're trying to figure it out is because Tom Brady is truly the GOAT. And at the end of the day, people are going to have to figure out, yo, what are we doing with this guy? Because even when his team is playing like straight garbage, the dude finds a way to do something, bro. Like, you can't deny that. That is unbelievably a situation where, you know, people are not getting it. People are really, really not getting it. All right. And I don't think that, you know, Dennis Allen, is it fair for Dennis Allen to be fired instantaneously? I don't know how that works. I can't really say, because it's a lot of coaches that I don't do. When I'm watching Sunday football or Monday night or Thursday night or whatever it is, I'm telling you right now, you know, this is what it is, right? This is the situation that people need to understand. Whatever happens on the field, we as people that view it and some of the fan base, we just want people gone instantaneously if something doesn't go their way. Like, you know, I'm like, yo, what is this guy doing? Why did he call that play? What is this? What is that? And pretty much there's a lot of decision making that happened in this game where you can look at Dennis Allen, similar to why I think that the Colts are going to have to look at Jeff Saturday. And you can say, Dennis, what was this? Why'd you do this? You know what I'm saying? Why would you switch to man, leaving Paulson, you know, Adebo on Mike Evans? Like, okay, and then he'll say, it's my defensive coordinator's call. Going back to Seattle in the Super Bowl where we look at Pete Carroll and we're like, yo, bro, why would you have Russell Wilson? That dude sucks. He's going to throw a slant for a pick. These are the things that's you know, the head coach hears everything, right? And we just want dudes fired. Let's just be honest. Like, we're like, yo, you know what? Because Saints fans, you can't like this. Like, none of you guys like what happened, but it happened and you got goated. You know what I'm saying? You just got goated. And I just believe that going forward through the rest of the season, again, I do not believe the Buccaneers are going to win the Super Bowl. I believe right now the toughest teams, the Eagles, you know, even though the Chiefs just lost to the Bengals, I think the Chiefs are pretty tough. The Bills, I think there are a lot of other teams that are better that are going to obviously beat the Buccaneers. But then you put in the GOAT factor and then you're like, yo, I really don't know what's going on. I really don't understand exactly what's happening. So, you know, I have to wait to see how it works, but Dennis Allen may be fired. That's the whole situation. And I'm telling you this because they just got goated. Now, Andy Dalton wasn't as bad, and he actually played well. And in the last quarter, a lot of people dropped passes that they could have actually caught, and he put the ball in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, like, dude, it is what it is. I got to be totally honest, bro. Andy Dalton didn't play as bad as I thought he was going to play. So I don't think that this loss goes on him. I think there's a lot, riding on it, but I don't think the loss actually goes on him. And, finally, it feels like they have to just let Brady run the offense. The best chance that Tampa Bay is going to have to actually win is to allow Brady to run the offense. And that's ultimately what I believe is going to happen. And, with everything that's happening, right now, as you guys listen to this podcast, I got news for you, bro. A lot of these other teams, because Tom Brady, I believe, is a free agent after this year. Yeah, he's 45 years old. But what are the chances that Tom Brady leaves Tampa Bay and continues to play next year and wins a Super Bowl for a third team? There's so much going on right now, bro. And I was just thinking about it last night, like, oh my goodness. But ultimately, Tom Brady's the GOAT, bro, because we're having this conversation simply because the man came back down from 13-3 in the fourth. It's just really ridiculous, and he just keeps doing it. Even when he doesn't have the tools, the man goes into his toolbox. I don't know what to say, bro, but I enjoyed this week of football. Let me know if you did as well. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.